Today I wanted to talk a little bit about what Everlasting Capital does that most, if not all, banks, credit unions, or other traditional lending institutions do. So at Everlasting Capital, we do two main things. We do equipment financing and leasing. We also provide working capital. So kind of where we come in, we're a private lender. So it's a little bit different than your traditional banking firms. And where we come in, where banks will not be able to provide you options, is we're able to provide you with equipment financing and leasing options on many used pieces of equipment that your traditional banks just don't want to bother with. We can fund startups. I think everyone knows after 2008, the banking institutions really cut back on who they're lending to, especially small businesses is really what we're talking about here. And that's really the void that our company, Everlasting Capital, has filled. So, in the equipment side, we can look at files that a bank would probably pay no attention to, whether it's because credit may not be ideal for them, time in business may not be long enough, or just the asset itself or the piece of equipment doesn't really fit their box. And that's where we really come in and thrive in our industry, is we provide the best options for equipment financing and leasing where banks won't. Now, on the other side of our business are working capital. A lot of businesses struggle with working capital in general. Working capital is needed to operate a business. I think all smart business owners, if not all business owners, should know that. And again, going back to the lack of lending that traditional banking institutions are providing, at this time and pretty much for the past decade or so, is where we come in. So we can lend up to about $250,000, $300,000, sometimes a little more if the file is an ideal file. But we can get this done for you in between 2 to 4 days. And I say 4 days, that's the high end. I would say our average turnaround time for a working capital advance is going to be somewhere around 2 days, 48 hours or so. What we do is we do not need you to provide us with all the financials that a typical bank would. We're going to approve you based off your revenue as opposed to your credit, and we're an unsecured working capital provider, which means that you do not need to forfeit a piece of, say, equipment or real estate or any other hard asset that you may have in order to get approved for a loan. So the long and short is, you send us 3 months of bank statements and a completed application, we can take a look at that and typically get you an approval within, I'd say maybe 12 hours, and have you funded within 2 days, which a lot of times businesses will be either in a pinch where they need the money, or they just have an opportunity where they need money fast, and that's where we come in.